Okay, there we go. Johanna wants to. Johanna, your project in Migo. Yeah. So let's first do this. We've had some people share their project. So Johanna, so let's what to try and build. All right. So this is projects. Okay. So I think some have seen something like this on Scratch. And my goal is to jump. Let's see. It's to jump the cactus. That is my only job. To jump the cactus, I don't touch it. And then I need to keep scoring. Yeah, you see, I jump the cactus. I don't have to touch it. So I think Paula's game kind of looks like mine. And this is what I had planned to teach today. It's like Paula just peeped in my lesson plan. All right. So do you think we can create this game? I think some of you have played a game like this. I touch the cactus, I am dead. Yeah? So this is the game we're going to try and recreate today. So first things first, we need to create the road that moves. Yeah? So this game is a little bit lengthy, so we might do it in 2 intervals. So today we're going to cover some parts. Then if we are able to finish it, well and good. If we are not, then we'll be, you know, to finish it maybe next time. All right, so let's see. Someone is texting me here. I hope everyone is, oh, teacher, your network, is my network really poor? Yeah, so someone in Google Offline, they've played it before. I think, yeah, my network is not poor. I think, guys, if you can't hear me very well, maybe it's on your side. My network is really okay. This is what I worked on last week because it was poor before. All right. So as you can see, these are the codes that we have. And if you're very well, if you're keen enough, you can see all this code we've learned before. Yeah, you can see we have some variables here. We have some variables here. And then we have our moving around here. You can see all these variables we've learned before. We have variables, we have some forever loop here. And then still on the same ground to the code is really, really simple that can make that thing of no internet and you're able to play it. Then when we go to cactus, it still kind of looks like the one for that is for the moving ground. And then, yeah, from there we'll just go on and on. So let's get started. So what do we need first? Let me just start up. So what do we need first? First things we first need to draw a moving ground. I know some of the places you really don't have internet on your Chrome, on your Google. So this is what we need to do. First things first. First things first, we need to draw the ground. Some people are still asking which class is this. Guys, this is a coding class. Yeah, and which means you are very, very late. You're asking which is this. Like, so I can choose which I need to use. So as you can see, I've kind of accidentally deleted the cat, so meaning I can as well bring the jigger that that was using. So I'll call jigger, but first things first, I need to draw the ground. So the moving ground, as you can see, I'm not going to draw it on the stage. I'm going to draw the moving ground as a sprite. So I come and say choose sprite, and then I'm going to go ahead and go here on paint, and I click paint so that I can be able to draw my moving ground. So what do I need? I'm going to come here and get this line here, and then I'm going to choose which color the ground should be. I think that thing that moves there, it's a little bit gray, so I need to pick the color that assumes and it's kind of looks gray. Oh, let me make a little bit darker. All right. Okay, gray. So I need to do my gray line, as you can see, and the thickness is here. I have 4, so I can make it maybe 6, or still it can still be 4. Yeah, when I change thickness and my color gray ran away. So there we go. So I'm going to hold down Shift, and then I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw my straight line. I'm going to draw my straight line. So some of you are saying, may be wondering, the ground I had on my screen before was not straight, right? Yeah, so we are going to make some glitches so that it doesn't look straight anymore. So what we want to avoid is making sure the line that is this side, that it ends where it ends and where it starts, it is still the same. It's going to stay straight because it's going to join other moving lines, right? Okay. So after me drawing, you guys, I think you can see my screen. We have this pointing arrow that has nothing. Then we have this pointing arrow that has something, as if it's pointing to something. So we're going to click on the second arrow. After clicking on the second arrow, this is the arrow we're going to use to dislocate, and we make sure maybe we have some glitches, and we make like a rough ground. So I click here, and then I'm going to come here on my arrow, and I'm going to double tap. When I tap first, you see it gives me 2 points because those are the 2 ends. The line is too smooth, it doesn't have glitches. So I can double click anywhere. Maybe I've clicked there first, then I can double click. I want to curve it a little bit and get some points. Okay, all right, then I can double click here. And I get a point. So for the point, you carry this thing here. You see, when I click, it kind of turns. Yeah. So I'm going to, oh, why isn't it selecting? Let me increase, let me zoom in. So I'm double clicking. What I want to do is getting 2 points, that inside the point I have a square where I'll get the pointer and carry. Okay, I have a pointer here. Oh, sorry. Then I can carry and make that. Then I make that. So you can see we have some curve here. So meaning the ground is now not as smooth as it was before. So I can keep doing the same and create different curves. Yeah. Okay, now this is too deep. My cut is going to fall in. All right. So I've just made my ground uneven. Okay, also to make this side one more time uneven. All right. So there we go. We have some ground that looks uneven on any side. So this is the ground that we created. So this I can go ahead and add in I can go ahead and add in some, I can add in some dust down here, we can go ahead and add in different things. Okay, all right. So do we have any questions so far? I wonder why Kid Danger wants me to make him a co-host. Okay, someone says they can hardly hear me, so I don't know if I'm audible enough. Paula, can you hear me very well? Please unmute and tell me if you can hear me very well.
Yes, I can hear you.
Then I think whoever is asking, Joanita, please try and check the volume, yeah? Okay, try and check your volume. So I've been able to dislocate, so you can see this is my ground, and there we go. So what I need to do next is to make this ground move. That is the first thing I need to do. And how do I do that? And how do I make this ground move? So first things first, I need to come here back on code. So I have this one, I can call it, instead of Sprite 1, I can come here and rename it as ground. Yeah, I name it as ground like this. And then from there, I bring my green flag. I go to events, then I'm going to say green flag. When green flag is clicked, I put here. Okay, let me make it a little bit bigger for the people who are looking at this from the phone. Okay, I put this one here, just like that. And then now this is our ground one. So from there, I need to create a variable called speed. So this variable called speed is the variable that is going to make us move. But for now, okay, let's first ditch speed and let's first mark where it is now. Let's first mark where the ground is now. So how do we mark where the ground is? I first go to motion and I say go to. Where it is now, it's where I'm going to mark first. I say go to.
Recording in progress.
I bring go to and I put it here. So that is before I start moving the ground. I get my green flag, I get where it is standing right now, I put it there. So next thing I need to do is to move this ground. So I go to control and I'm going to get forever. So I get forever and I put it here, right? So after putting my forever here, the next thing I need to do is make sure this ground is moving to this other direction. So let's first go ahead and change the backdrop to the X and Y direction, the X and Y axis, so that you guys can understand better. We change it to the grid. All right. So as you can see, if we are moving to the left on the X side, that is going to be negative. So that's why we want the ground to move. So I'm going to go ahead and go this side and say move maybe negative 5 steps so that it can move to the left. So let me play. You see? The ground is now moving to the left. You see? It's moving. So we need to make it continuous so that it keeps moving to the left. It keeps moving to the left. I hope you guys are getting me. All right. All right, so that we need to really make sure we keep moving to the left. Let me see, am I sharing my screen? Oh, all right, I'm sharing. All right, so if we have any questions, please ask your question right now before we continue. I don't want to leave people behind. Do you have any questions? If you've not got it, put your hand up. If you're lost, put your hand up. If I'm too quick, put your hand up. Winnie? Winnie, please unmute.
Teacher,
Yes, please.
I got lost when you started doing the the thing is called now. Those blue straight lines is where I got lost.
Ah, so when we was trying to draw a line that is, that's why I got lost, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's okay. So we can try and redo that. Anyone else? Thank you, Winnie, for asking. Do we have any other question? Because when we move on, we will not come back to that. Okay. Aya?
Madam, that first control, the first motion, when it says go to X, reported by equals 2. Why is it there?
Oh, why is this one there? This one, eh? Go to X4 and go to Y. So this is the initial position where it was before. So when we click the green, he comes back to his first position. So we want to have a starting ground. So go to X4. So if we have X here and X is 0 on this point where they meet, and we go a little bit, meaning X maybe is about here, and then Y2. So Y on this line, maybe it's about here. So do they meet? Yeah, so where they meet is the position of this. It's why he starts. When I play green flag, you see he keeps going back to the starting position where he's filling the screen. Yeah, so we need to make sure he's filling the screen so that when we try to move the ground, he appears as if he's moving. I hope you've got it. So from there we go to move -5. So when we say instead of -5 and we say +5, he's definitely going to move to the opposite direction. But we want him to move to the other direction since we are trying to mimic the other game of Google. So you see he's coming back. Yeah. So now let me first answer whose question? The first one who asked. So Winnie's question. Winnie, so we drew a straight line, right? At first we drew a straight line using this. So I can actually first redraw one line here that I'm going to delete later. After drawing a straight line, as you can see, this is the straight line we drew before. So from there, we came to, instead of having this pointer here, we went to the second pointer and we tried to rearrange and try to create some curves here. You see, we try to create some curves. So that's why we were doing that. Yeah, so that's how we were able to draw the ground, by creating these different curves. I don't know if you've got me, but that's how we were able to draw the first ground. All right, so let's go back and let me see who else has a question before we continue. Okay. Winnie, did you get it? So purposely you can
Yes,
feel
I
if,
got it.
okay. Thank you. That's good if you've got it. So from there, we need to make the ground move. So how do we make the ground move? First things first. Okay, let me first take it back. So I need to make sure this thing comes back in the middle. And okay. All right, there we go. So first things first, we have drawn our thing in the middle here. So I've dragged it in the middle. So we need to make it move. The codes of making it move, first things first, we want it to move as soon as we start the game. We want the ground to move as soon as we start the game. So meaning when green flag is clicked. So first things first, we have to mark the ground where it is at the moment, where the ground is at the moment before it starts moving. So I come here and I say move. Sorry, I come here and I say go to. So this is where he is right now. I think you can see now the coordinates have changed. So depending on what you're doing from your side, you may not have the exact coordinates that I have. Yeah, but this is the coordinates that I have right now. So from here, I can go ahead and say it should be moving all them as long as the game is working. So that's why I put forever and I put it outside. I don't put go to inside forever. That's not what I'm doing. So from there, we need to make him move. We need to make Mr. Ground move to the opposite direction. So that's why we're saying instead of moving 10 steps, we are going to say move negative 10 steps. So say move negative. So instead of saying move 10, when I say 10, it's going to go the other side. But that's not what we want. We want him to go to the left. So I say move negative. If I say 10, he's going to be running very quickly. You see, it moves very quickly, and you may not be able to play the game because it's so that's why we chose 5. So let's see. Green flag, he starts from there, he's moving. So the lesser you go, the slower the ground moves. You see, when I say -2, it decreases the speed. Are we together? All right. So let's see. So the next thing we need to do, we need to say that you can see he moves, but when he reaches here, he stops moving. When we expect the ground to keep moving. So if the ground is not moving, what is the position it is right now? So we are only moving only X. If I play and you're seeing the coordinates, the ones that are changing are only for X. Y is still on 0. Y is not changing. So why is it reaching here and it's stopping when it's supposed to come back? So we need to tell it that if you move and you reach somewhere and you stop, please go back and start afresh and move again. So we need to find at what position is it stopping. So I come here and I'm going to pick this position, that's X position, which is still under motion, and I'm going to pick this X position and I bring it here. So when I click on it, you can see he stopped moving at -504. That's where he stopped moving. So this position is extremely important. So we can say, we want to say, if you reach the position and you can't move anymore, please go back and do it all over again. And do whatever you are doing all over again so that you can keep moving. So meaning I go to control and I'm going to pick the if then statement and I'm going to put it inside the forever loop, just like this. Then from here, I need to get the operators of if position is greater, if position is greater than this, please go back. That's what I need to do. So I go to operators and I'm going to get the thing that is greater than. Is this greater than or less than? I just know where it's facing. I don't know whether it's greater than or less than. Guys, you can tell me. I need to bring this, the one that faces this side. So the first one that is, I'm going to position and I'm going to put position here, in here. So what does this mean? It means if position is greater than, maybe what position was it? Was it 5? So I can come actually and say it was 500 and something, but I can just say for 450. I don't want it to go that far. So if position is 450, is negative 450. If position is negative 450, because see of X is negative. You start from here, from the middle side, that is, you're going to the negative side. So let's play. If position is greater than negative, is that greater than or less than? Guys, tell me. You guys are still in school. You can, I think you know which one is less than, which one is greater than. Yeah, if position is greater than that, so please go back. So See where I will say position is that. I think you've seen where it has stopped. So we want to tell it to please go back and start it all over again. So how do we say, if position is that, set position back. So we need to go here and we set position to the positive number of this negative. So we say set x to 450. So let's try it again and see if it's working. So it moves, then it comes back. I hope you guys are seeing it. So this is what we are trying to do. As you can see, our ground is moving very well. And yeah. So for starters, that's how our ground is moving. I don't want to leave anyone. Have we got it? Have we got what we've done? I want to know if anyone has a question. Put your hand up. And I hope Paula, you're getting, like, we are trying to mimic something you tried to do. So we are trying to mimic it and see how it's going to work. All right, so let's go ahead. If no one has a question, we can go ahead now. All right, so the ground is here and we've drawn it. You can go ahead even and make the ground look like ground. So below the ground, we can put in some, I can go back to my costume here and I put in some, I get my paintbrush here and I put some dirt here. Okay, we don't have size like that. And it's gray. So I can put some dots here so that the ground looks like ground. Then I can put some slashes. You can even grow some grass here. As you can see, I'm trying to design my ground so that maybe it doesn't look that bad. I know I'm not good at drawing, but I think this marks as a ground. So as you can see, we have it, it's moving, but it reaches a point and it stops. Then we have this space moving. So we need to make it continuous so that people can believe that it's actually moving ground. So what do we do to duplicate this? We already have all codes. So we are going to duplicate this, and I say duplicate so that we have two grounds, and then we can this one, when the other one is moving, this one can join it somewhere. Yeah. All right. So now we come to the ground two that we've drawn and play. It looks like it's one ground, but this is ground two. So we need to get ground two, and we tell ground two where to start. So where do we tell ground two to start? If x position, if the x position is if the x position of the first ground is 0, 0, meaning we change the position of ground. So change x position ground to 450. So we can come and say this one start on ground x position 450 on this one position 450. So let's play and see. So you can see this one technically stops. That's ready, so it kind of looks like one ground. Yeah. So right now this one looks like one ground, so meaning we've kind of achieved one of our goals. So since now we have a moving ground, we can now decide what speed it should be moving. So I'm going to go ahead. So the ground one that is moving is, it starts from 0, 0. Second ground that is moving, it has the same code, by the way. Second ground that is moving, it is this, and it's starting from 450. Yeah. All right. So when it's done, when it takes the position and negative 450, it goes back. So like it's a loop, it keeps happening. So that's why it looks like we have achieved our goal of having the moving ground. All right. So let's continue. Let's go ahead and bring in a variable called speed, so we can decide on at what speed it should move. So we come here and we create a variable called speed. All right. So the variable called speed is, so we set speed, and we set speed and put it here on top, and we say set speed to maybe -4, -5. So when we say set speed negative to -5, so where we say move -2 steps, we can say move 3 steps. We get where that was here and we put it here in the middle of move, and we play. Yeah, you can see one, the ground is moving fast and another one is moving less. So we can do the same for this side. Where there is -2, we put speed like this. So now you can see it's moving in sync. So now we need to get who is going to be jumping and how he's going to be jumping. So let's dig up the sprite that is going to be, that we are going to use to jump the cactus. Which one do we choose? Can someone suggest for us what we should choose? Which sprite we should choose? Someone please suggest a price we should choose. Guys, who is this one? Instead of you guys studying, you're just this side of the chat. I'm just going to be picking whoever is in the chat this side and asking questions. Yeah. So I hope we're all together. So I want to know, whom do we choose to play? We
choose Ben.
Ben, okay. So we've chosen Ben. Ben is going to be a victim. He's here. And this is what his sprites do. So he has the kicking ball sprite. We have the goalkeeper sprite. He has that other posing sprite. Okay, so I can delete the other ones and stay with the other two. All right, so we picked Ben. So Ben is here. He's very big, so we can make Ben a little smaller so he can fit. Let's see, make Ben to 50. Okay, Ben is here. Oh, isn't he so small? So we have our Ben here. So Ben is the one that is going to be running around the screen. So first things first, we need to make Ben move. So we come here and we say, when green flag is clicked, Ben, I think he can be standing around here. Ben is going to be jumping from there. Ben can actually, we got control because he's going to be doing whatever he's doing for a long time. We got control and pick forever loop. Then from there, we can say next costume. So we want him to look like he's actually doing You can see it looks like he's running, he's kicking, he's everything. All right. So okay, he's doing it too much. So I can control him so that he doesn't look like he's overrunning. I get wait 1 second so that we can change the costumes maybe on 0.1. Okay, there we go. All right, so the next thing we need to do is to get Ben to jump. So how do we do that? So we want to play when space is clicked. So I come here on events and I'm going to get when space key is pressed here like this. Okay, let me push this one out to get space. When space key is pressed, I want Ben to jump. So how does Ben jump? On jumping, I can see here for the ground to move, we're using x-axis, but for someone to jump up, that means we're going to be using we're going to be going up and down, up and down, up and down. So that is the y-axis. So we'll say motion and we'll say change y by 10. We're just going to get that one that says change y by 10. When I click change y by 10, I click this part. Okay, let me say change y by 30. When I click the space bar, you see Ben is supposed to actually move up. You see, he goes up. So this is the code that we'll be using for Ben to jump, right? So when I set change y by, where is y? By -30, I expect Ben to come back down because see, he's coming back down. All right. So we need to join this so that it happens. He goes up, then he comes back down. So what do? We can get repeat from control, just the way Paula had in her code, and get repeat and put it here like this. And then I can still go ahead and get another repeat, and I put it right below here. And I put it like this. So when I play, oh God, he goes very far. I think you can see. He jumps, comes down, he jumps, he comes down. But as you can see, this jump is extremely big. Yeah. So we can change from that. We get back maybe 10 again. And this one can go back to 10 so that we don't have him to, he doesn't have to jump and cheat. All right. Oh, this was -10. Just like this. So we play. When I press the space bar, he jumps, he comes back down, he jumps, he comes back down, he jumps, he comes back down. All right. So I think I can do away with this other and I get, okay, my blue sky there. Okay, now this is better. You see? All right. So what else do we need? Can someone tell me what else we need to make our game work very well? What else do we need? I need someone to tell me what we need to add in our game.
We need to add some obstacles.
Obstacles, okay. All right. Thank you so much, Paula. We need to add some obstacles and okay, that is true. We need to add some obstacles, and then we can also ask Rodney, what else do we need to add apart from the, what kind of obstacles do we need to add? Yes?
Yeah, me, I am lost.
You're lost from where?
Yeah, me, I'm lost.
Where did we leave you?
Joining the lines.
That is very far. I asked and you kept quiet. Okay. It's okay. We are going to look at that. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Winnie, what kind of obstacles do we need to add?
I don't know.
Have you played that game when you don't have internet on the computer or in the
Yes, however.
yeah, so what obstacles are there? When do you fail?
When I knock like a tree.
Now you see, you know the obstacles, but you don't want to share me. Yeah, so when you knock like a tree, so you're not supposed to knock a tree in short. Okay, so yeah, we can look at that. Let's see who else has also. See, Semakula.
Teacher, I'm making a project and I don't know why my sprite doesn't jump.
Oh, so the jumping part, but the ground is moving?
Yes.
Okay. If the sprite doesn't jump, that means that maybe we have messed up somewhere on the jumping side, but we are going to look at it again, okay? All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Johanan?
Ma'am, my land cannot move.
Your land can't move.
It can move, but it is separated.
Oh, it is separated. Okay. Now, yeah, I also know why it is separated. I get the problem. Okay. All right. So let's look at the ground moving and the jumping, because that's what makes the game fun, first of all. All right. So Johanan and Rodney, please pay attention now. So first things first, we have the first ground here, which has this code. So what does this code mean? This code means for starters, our ground is on this spot. Yeah, we go to motion, we get to go to 0, 0. That's where it is. So we need the ground to move at a certain pace. Yeah. So we had move, I think it was like -2, move -2 steps. Then we were like, if X position is less than, is it less than? I really don't know if this one is less than or greater. Let's say greater than. Oh, okay. If X position, yeah, okay. If X position is less than -150, set it back to +450. If it's, yeah, set it to +450 after we duplicated this land. Duplicating the land. So I think at this point, your code is very well, since it's moving. The issue is it separates. Okay. Now we come here on ground 2. We duplicated. So typically the code is still the same. So right before we created the variable called speed, we said, you remember how on ground 1 we had go to 0, x 0, y 0. Now on ground 2 it is different. We say go to +450. Yeah, go to +450 and y 0. Y is constant. Y is not changing because, as you can see, our ground is moving on the x-axis. Yeah, our ground is moving on the x-axis. So y is constant. So from there, we have still move negative, I think 5 steps. And from there, the code is the same as for ground 1. So we created a variable called speed. So we set speed 5 and replaced where we had -2, we replaced it with the variable called speed. We can decide, we pick speed, we put it in move speed steps, and went back to ground. Ground 1, we also said move speed steps. So from this, your things are supposed to be working extremely very well. So let me ask Joanne if I've been able to correct your work. Have you been able to correct it?
I'm still checking.
Okay. Okay, and correct it. So from here, we are going to talk to someone was saying the cut is, yeah, it has worked.
They have worked correctly.
All right. Okay, that's nice. So let's look at who. Rodney, is it very well also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Nice. All right. So answer who was asking. Okay. Lastly, let's answer one of the question. Someone's Ben or whichever character she chose was not jumping. So this is the code that makes it jump. As you can see, we have when space is clicked, we have change y by 10. Y is what? Y is on y axis. When you want something to jump up, we have x, we have y. So when you want something to jump up, you have to change y. So we change y by 10, we repeat it down, we still change y by -10. When you want something to jump down, you still change, you change with a negative. Because, let's go back here. Why are we doing that? It's because if you can see on the grid, y-axis, that is when we have a middle here where x is 0 and y is 0. When you go up, it is positive. So when you go below y, it is negative. So that's why we are saying if Ben is jumping up to the positive, is coming down, is going to the negatives. All right. So that's it with Ben. So we need to add obstacles. So can we draw the characters? Can we get the trees? So you can get whichever you want to make this guy do whatever you want. Yeah? All right. So let's try and... Okay. So let's see. Can he jump? Oh, he jumps extremely very quickly. So we want him to jump. If you see how he jumps, so when we add in the characters, it's really going to be so fast. But let's first add in the characters, then we can, So we have two options. We can either draw the characters. You can come here and draw the sprite, which is the characters. Maybe you can draw.
Excuse me, Tita. We're not seeing your screen.
Yes?
We're not seeing your screen. It's not clear.
You're not seeing it?
Yeah, we are seeing.
Okay. Let me reshare. Let me stop sharing. Then I reshare. Oh, okay. Let me share now. Which one? I think it's this. Can you see it very well now?
Yes, it's now clear.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much. So now we are going to redraw. We are going to draw maybe actors. So we have different options of it, guys. So if you trust your art, you can come, but we need to draw maybe in a different color. Cactus are green, eh? So I can come here and draw. Oh God. Oh, I'm not good at drawing. Oh Lord. Jesus. Let's see. Is this a tree or is this a bean seedling? Okay. That's all right. Now this is one. So you can draw like that, or if you do not trust your art, like you're like me and you don't trust your art, you can draw in any way. I am going to get my box here, and I'm going to try and draw a tree inside. And I turn my box into a tree. So let me first remove the outside. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, this is it. This is going to be my tree. Guys, you don't have to judge. So you just see it's going to turn into a tree, by the way. So how actor says it has like maybe this other branch that comes out of here. I'm going to the branch here, and then I'm going to draw another branch here. So as you can see, I'm using boxes. So I'm going to just get the boxes and turn them to make myself a tree. So I get here, and then I'm going to turn it into a branch. Then I'm join it here. Okay. This can here, I'm going to also turn it into a branch. Okay, so bring my right below here. But looks a little bit short, so I'm going to increase it a bit. So that Ben can jump it at once. All right, let's see. When I go to Ben, okay. All right, so after I have drawn my cactus that looks weird and it has sharp edges, I can make sure I remove the sharp edges. Just the way we removed and put bumps in the line on the ground, we still use the same. I can see someone in my comment. Oh, over 17. Teacher, how do I make the road move? I think we've made the road move like 1,000 times, guys. So we've repeated making the road move like 1,000 times. I've asked you guys, but you didn't say anything. Let me see who else has a question. Guys, if you have a question, you put your hand up. If you put in the chat, I may not be able to see you. You have a question, put your hand up. I can see you easily. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Isaac, do you have a question?
Teacher, before before your screen was were not seeing it, you were on a place where the sprite was jumping. That's when your screen became blurry.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So we are going to finish drawing a cactus, then we are going to go back to that so that you can see the sprite that makes the code that makes this sprite jump, right? Okay.
Okay.
You're right. Okay, so guys, if you have a question, put your hand up. I unmute you. You ask your question. I can barely see the chat. Okay, Shanti, where's Shanti? When you put your hand up and then removed it, Shanti. All right, so let me finish drawing my cactus. So I'm going to go back and touch this thing that looks like a pointer, but the second one, and I'm going to click on it and try and make this thing not to have sharp edges. and I am going to deal with these pointy things. The cactus, I don't know what is it supposed to look like. Okay. And then this guy here. I'm getting there. Not bad. Yeah, I know some of you are artists, you are laughing at what I am doing right now. I am not good at art today. So let's see, we have all this. So I can actually join all of them. I come here on this other arrow. I select all of them. By holding down my shift, I can select all of them and I group them to make it one plant. So right now I can make it a little bit larger. Okay, now too large. We are too large today. Okay, let's see. Let's try and put it in the middle here. There we go. So we need to make sure Ben can actually jump over it. Yeah. Now let's play. Yeah. All right, so we need to make the cactus move. The way the ground is moving, it's the same code we are going to use, the same concept to make the cactus move. So some of you are saying you didn't see how Ben is jumping. So I'm going to go back here. So this is the code for Ben. This is the code that is making Ben move. Sorry, it's making Ben appear he's running. This is the code here, the one that says green flag. But for Ben to jump, we have here, when we say, me increase it a little bit, this is the code that can jump. When space is clicked, change Y by 10, repeat, change Y by -10 for him to go down. That is a code that is making Ben jump up and down. So first things first, we also need to make the cactus move so that the cactus can move and the Ben is supposed to jump and avoid it. Okay, let's get the chat. Go ahead. Okay. All right. So we really need to make now we need to make the cactus move. So we want to make this plant move. I'm going to call my cactus plant because the word the cactus is really not going off my tongue very well. So we come here. The code we set ground. You can see the code we have for ground. I'm going to copy it and paste it there. So how do I copy and paste the code that is dealing with the plant? I'm going to come here and hold here. I think you guys can see this is how you can copy code, because we have already coded it and already have the ground moving east, y, s, we just have to maybe first stop the game. We get the code from the green flag. We get it, we bring it and put it where the cactus is. I make sure my finger is pointing on the cactus and I release like this. So when I play, you see? Yeah, the cactus is moving, but it's moving from the center because the ground is saying center. It's moving from the center. So I need to first mark the position where I want my cactus to start from. Then I make a few edits. So I bring my cactus. I want my cactus to start from here. My plant to start from there. Then I'm going to come and see which position is it marking. It's marking Looking at it here, I have 148. I'm going to put it here. You guys can have different codes. It's okay. You don't have to copy mine. Then Y position is -91. I get it and I put it here. -91 and I paste it there. Oh, that's be negative. So let's play. You see, the character is now moving. But when it moves and it reaches side, you can see it here, which is what we don't want. So we want to study it. As you can see, we have a position, which is we want it to be on and we can see it. So we are going to change also X position. So after changing the go to X position, we are also going to change the X position. Well, if X position is greater than -140, so yeah, we're going to change this one to maybe -220. Let's see. If X position is greater than -220, please go back. I think you guys can see. So let's see if Ben tries to jump, what is going to happen. Okay, Ben jumps, but he doesn't go that far. So he literally falls in and typically he's going to be dead anyway. Yeah. Either the cactus is big or Ben is jumping very small. Have you got this? Do we have any questions on this? If we have questions on this step, put your hand up. Is your hand up or you forgot it up? Winnie, is your hand up? All right. So let's see in the chat. Someone might be asking a question from the chat. See, I have messages there. If Trevor, what is Trevor asking? Okay, I'm not really getting what Trevor is asking, but anyway, guys. So you can see the it moves the same way, the whatever. So now we need Ben to jump very well without any issues. Yeah, we want him to jump very well. What we do, either increase the amount of times his jump repeats itself by removing 10 and we put 15. Let's try that. And we see jump. Yeah, you can see he's kind of jumping, but still sometimes he lands on the cactus. Okay, either the cactus is big or Ben is jumping. So let me make cactus be 80. Okay, all right, there we go. It's kind of half his body. Okay, play. Ben jump the cactus. Yeah. Okay, I jumped very soon. So I think you guys can see. So now help me. Tell me which code you think we can put and say. If Ben touches the cactus, he's dead. Like game over. Who can me? Do we have anyone who can try that? Who can tell me which code? Or Paula?
We use the code which says stop all. And then we also add another code which says when he touches the plant.
Okay. All right. So when he touches the plant. Right. So I'm going to say, I come and say, I can say, I have all this here moving. I can bring my if statement. I say if I put it below here, not inside, because these are two different rules. So one of the rules is if Ben, you tell me, where do I go? Paula, where have you gone? Tell me.
Yeah, you're supposed to look for the one that says stop all when he touches the plant. It's supposed to be it's here up there touching, then you change to the plant.
This touching, then I select plant.
Touching, then you go on the arrow. No, yeah. Then
if touching, now we're on the plant, so meaning we have to say if touching Ben. If the plant touches Ben.
Yes, Ben. And then if it touches Ben, we should put the stop all block.
Okay, stop all block. It's here. Right there. Yes. So this is the block. Okay.
Yeah, but it's in the forever loop.
It's in the forever loop.
Yeah, you put it in the forever loop.
No, it's inside the if below here. So, the forever loop is here. It's supposed to be here. Why? Because yes, the if loop can be in the forever loop, but the forever loop, can the forever loop be in the if loop? But the if loop can be in the forever loop, yeah? Because you know why the if loop is in the forever loop? Because it's going to keep checking, has this rule been broken, yeah? So we have the rule number 1. If x position is less than 20, negative 220, please send back the cactus to the side, and he comes back again. So we also have this one that says, if I touch Ben, I stop all. So he needs the forever loop needs to keep checking. Has all these rules been broken? So if they've been broken, what do I do? You get it? All right. Okay. So let's and see. If I touch Ben, everything drops. So meaning you gave me the right thing. Thank you so much, Paula. So let's play. I need to jump. Oh God. I touched even before I jumped. I failed before I jumped. Oh God. Ben's foot makes me fail all the time. Yeah, nice. I've survived. Next, nice. I've survived. Next, I am dead. Okay, thank you, Paula. This was awesome. So what else do we need to add? Let me get my ground. What else do we need to add? Let me, which one do I get now? Oh, not this one. What else do we need to add? Does anyone have any idea what else we need to add? Yeah, we also need a position where Ben is. See now it's down. It's going to be stealing us scoring for free. We don't want Ben to score. Just work for it. So let's come down here. Okay. Okay. All right, let me see whose hand is up. Then I pick them, then they tell me what else they think we should add. Okay, we have Jordan. Jordan?
Yes, teacher.
What else do you think we should add?
We first go to the plant.
Good. Let me go to the plant.
Now in between stop all and if we go to looks and then now we get we first get say hello for 2 seconds, we put it in between.
Yeah.
Yes, teacher. Now
Okay.
we write game over.
Okay, we can write game over. Okay. Oh, over with an R. Okay, let me write it in capital letters so that you can know that we have really failed. Game over. So let's play, and then we fail. Game over. Stop. So we can say game over, and then we remove these seconds to 0.1. Okay, so that it stops immediately. Doesn't stop. Okay, better. All right. So thank you so much. Do you have any other question from me asking you the question?
No, teacher.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So, does anyone have a give me a minute to tell us about chapter first? Okay, Johanna?
How do you make Ben jump higher?
How do we make Ben jump higher? Oh, yours is failing, eh? Okay,
Yes.
we make Ben jump higher by using repeat 15 times, eh? Instead of 10 to 15. You see? So that's how he was able to jump higher, and we are missing the cactus. You see, mine is he jumping a little bit higher. We changed repeat, so he's jumping 10 times, 50 times. I don't know what I'm even saying. He's jumping, he's changing Y by 10, 15 times, so he's able to jump higher. Johan, is that okay? Have you tried it?
Yes.
All right. So do we have any other questions? What else we play this game? Played this game before. Yusuf, where have you gone? I unmute you and you run away. Where are you? You're here. Your hand was up. Oh, okay. Let's hear from Trevor.
Teacher Prossy, I just wanted to ask, I just wanted to ask whether you can limit the jumping of the character.
I limit it so that it doesn't jump too high.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, let me first stop. Bring my game is here. So play. Okay. So the way you can limit still is by using this one on repeat. So you see, we have 15. I can limit him and make him. I make it 12. So, but I have to be fair enough to make sure. Yeah, he's dead. So meaning we had enough jumping for him. He's dead again. So meaning 15 was good for my game. Maybe if 15 for his jumping very high, you can actually change and make him jump a little bit lower. So you see, now I've survived. Now I'm not dead. I've survived again. Yeah, so if I delay to jump, I'm most definitely going to die. Okay. It is GT back here. Okay, I'm going to actually let me mark Ben's position. Let me mark Ben's position so that he's somewhere here and he doesn't change from there. So let me mark Ben's position. When green flag is clicked, Ben is supposed to be standing at exactly that position. I don't want him to change. Okay. Oh, there you go. I am dead. Oh God. There you go. I'm dead again. So we can add in score. I was waiting for you guys to tell me that we need to add in score. So as you can see, the other thing of no internet, jump. You score all the time. So that's the last thing we're going to add in. And you guys can go ahead and let this game, add in whatever you want, add in the cactus, add in some other barriers, make it more lively, make it more fun. Depending on what you want to do, add in more obstacles apart from the cactus, add in very many other things. So you remember, we need to add maybe Ben to score. So we have to create a variable called score. As you guys know, most of you know, we create a variable score. Let's see. There's no math condition. We want to score as long as Ben is moving. So we can say set score, put it up, set score to be we put set score up here like this. I think you can say put it on Ben, and then we are going to say change score by 1, and we put in forever loop. Because we want to, as soon as playing, we start scoring. So let's play. Okay, there we go. It's okay now, you can leave. There you go. Okay, this is the last part we've added, and I hope everyone I'm scoring 10. Yeah, there we go. So I expect you guys maybe to remix the game and make the game more fun, but that's it for today. We've everything I think we wanted to learn. So we need to do, you guys go ahead and remix the game. Unless you guys have a question, ask me. Oh, we are done. I can call it today. Let's see if another question.
Oh no, I have to.
Okay, so if no another question, I think we are done. Okay, let me see. We have Trevor, Johanna. Did you forget your hand up, or Johanna?
Yes, please. I have a
question. Or you
question.
forgot? Okay, please go ahead.
My score is running fast when I jump.
Yeah, as you know, the other part, how do I say it? The other, it is supposed to be running, like you score as you run, you just stop scoring when you die. Yeah, so the score is supposed to be running and calculating. If you don't want it to run very fast and this person is scoring extremely very quickly, you can put wait. and so that someone doesn't score too much. Yeah, you can put some weight here. But if you want to put weight, and that is going to distort this, so you can just get it out all together and recreate like where you want to put oh. So you can get score and give it its own flag, yeah? Its own green flag, so that you distort the rules that with it. So this, and I get my forever loop here, and I get my change score. I get my score in the forever loop, and say score only changes ever 0.5 seconds. That's when it only changes. So let's play. You see? Yeah, I'm not scoring very quickly now. Oh God, I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Really? I'm not scoring. Did I make this game? Okay. So you see now he's not scoring too much because I've limited score by adding I said change score, but why is changing score? Every score is earned every after 0.1 second. And Banana, have you got me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, nice. That's very good. And let's see what is in the chat. Guys, feel free to disappear and make sure you register. Isaac has shared the registration form. Please make sure you register. After I've registered, it's okay. You guys can leave.
That design again is
Rodney, do you have a question? I see your hand is up.
I have a lot of questions.
So where do we start?
Yeah, I had network issues, so I went out for some time. The cactus, I was not around, and how to make the boy jump, I was not around.
Okay, so we have finished. Sorry, we have finished. So we have shared on the YouTube channel, I think. I'm seeing Semakula, please, you can reach me on WhatsApp, eh? You can put your hand up. I think you will reach me on WhatsApp. Semakula Isaac, you reach me on WhatsApp. I'm going to ask for your name. When you see me asking for your name, you will know that it's me. You come and ask and come in my chat. All right. So we are going to share. Sorry about the network issue. We are going to share reading. I'm going to share. I think Semakula had shared it already in the chat somewhere. The link to this. So you go back and try and see how all this works. And I think it's going to be fine. You just do fine. Let's see who else had their hand up. I'm not seeing anyone else's hand. Okay. Trevor, I thought Trevor, you were running. You're saying, teacher, it's time. Go away. Why is still here? I thought you were running somewhere. All right, guys. If we don't have any other question, I think this is it. We meet next week on Tuesday, and let's all go. And I want to only remain with Paula and Rodney. All of us, let's go. We leave Paula and Rodney here. Whose hand was up? Someone put the hand up, and I just want to run. Oh, Shanti.
Teacher, I was just saying bye.
Hey, bye, Shanti. Thank you for coming.
I did not understand at all.
I think this was your first class. So we need, you know what we are going to do for you and the people that have just joined recent, we are going to have, we'll be having this class for juniors, and the juniors will be studying on Wednesday. They will continue, will be studying on Tuesday, okay? So for the juniors, we'll start from the start so that you guys don't get lost again, okay? All right, so other guys, please go away. Let's see. Who is there? Where's my gone? Okay.
It's challenge. I said it's some other way.
Not going, I am removing them by force. Oh, Paula has gone. Okay, Rodney. So Rodney, with the project that you did, yeah, so what we are going to do, Rodney, you can hear me?
Yes, teacher.
You're going to have to improve on that project because tomorrow, I don't know what time is the meeting. So we have a parents meeting. I want you to present your project very well. So we are going to also have to do like a small PowerPoint that explains whatever the project is all about, right?
Okay. Teacher.